What if I told you that there's a business model out there that all the influencers and gurus are using to sell you their digital products? They all say you can get rich by doing copywriting. They all say you can get rich by doing high ticket sales. They all say you can get rich by doing whatever skill that you need to learn. But they're hiding this one simple fact, which they're using and they're not telling anyone else. And they're using this one simple business model to make millions out of audiences just like you. Ladies and gentlemen, this thing is called a personal brand. Now, my name is Zane and I'm a copywriter who helps coaches and creators build out their personal brands and monetize their audiences through funnels. And if you need help with any one of those, you can book a one-to-one call with me down in the description, link below. Now, I want to tell you the beauty of having a personal brand in 2024 and in the modern day era. You literally get paid for being yourself. And I want you to really understand this. You are getting paid to sit behind a camera and talk and be yourself. It has never been easier to get known by everyone nowadays. And you want to know the best part about this? All you need is a fucking phone. You just need one of these motherfuckers. That's all you need. And everyone has these. Well, I say mostly everyone. I'm sure you can get one off your parents if you're quite young and you can't buy one of these phones. But everyone has these. And when you create content, yeah, DSLR camera helps. Having a good mic, it all helps. But when you're starting off, a phone is all you need. It has all the resources that you would need to get started off the ground. A camera and a mic which picks up your audio. Now, why is it so important to have a personal brand nowadays? And especially in terms of the context of business. I want you to look at the big names. The biggest names in YouTube, Iman Gadzhi, Jordan Welch, Mike Thurston, Alex Hormozi, they all have millions and millions of followers. And everyone knows them just from their name. They have all built a personal brand over half a decade and now have the ultimate leverage, which is the audiences having millions of followers just like you. And it's just not any other audience. It's a warm audience that knows and trusts them. And they built this trust through years and years and years of posting through YouTube, through TikTok, or any form of content. You see, when you have a personal brand and you build it over a long enough period, you start to gain a massive audience. Now, depending on what content you're producing, if you're producing content on your type of business, such as for me is copywriting, and I decide to release a digital product or service or whatever it is, I now have a warm audience that I can reach out to. I don't need to go do outbound DMs, cold DMs to get clients. Instead, I have a warm audience there right with me. That is what you call leverage. And these guys all got millions just through their personal brand. Now, Alex Hormozi is a bit different. You know, he had millions before. He had a personal brand. He actually created a business, like a proper business without having a personal brand. He's the G. All right. But for the majority of the names that are out there, many of them have created millions through their personal brand and have sold their product or service to the audience which they have. And these guys all create content, right? It's not like we can do the same. It's not like they have some special ingredient that we can't access. We can all access the same business model, the same step-by-step procedure in which they got to get a million by just having a phone or a camera and a mic. That's all you need. And if they can do it, why can't we do it? Why can't you do it? So whatever business model that you have, you know, if you're high ticket sales and you have an agency, you have a high ticket sales agency, you then want to talk about high ticket sales, talk about your business, try and build up authority within that space and grow a following. Now, if you are a landscaper and you do landscaping, whatever that means, I have no clue. You talk about landscaping. You teach people how to do landscaping and you build an audience of people who want to learn landscaping. Preferably you want to niche down. Okay, I said this in my last video, you want to niche down. It's all good having a personal brand based off doing, you know, stupid dances and all this skits and stuff. But when you build up a following, you can't really sell to them if you're doing all this dumb shit, right? Which is why I always say you need to combine the business with your personal brand. That's the ultimate way to millions. If you have a hobby, you do sports, you like football, and you like to kick the ball around fucking every day of your life, start recording content of you playing football, you teaching people how to do the little skills, the little tricks and all that, how to implement it into the game, build up a following. You can now produce a product or service to that following. All through the power of your personal brand. Just like how Iman did it, just how Jordan did it, Mike Thurston did it, Alex Hormozi, and the rest of the lot. It has never been easier to make money by just being you. Now, I want to take a case study on how you can build up your personal brand and achieve your way to billions, multi-millions or even billions, okay? And the perfect example of this is Iman Gadzhi. So, I want to start off with his story, which he started just by creating content and talking about his agency and starting off his journey in business. He then built up a following throughout his journey to creating an info product, which is, I think at the time was Educate or something like that, right? He then made an info product and sold it to his fans or to the people that was watching him in the agency space, which was his niche. From there, he got enough people to sell his software to. So now, from building an info product, he went up to a software. And Jordan Welch just previously sold his software company, right? So you can see the step-by-step process. You start making videos about whatever you're doing, about the business model that you're doing, sell an info product, you then sell a SaaS product. But as time goes on, you're building a larger and larger and larger following. You want to showcase your lifestyle, showcase your lavish things that you're doing, really kind of flex towards people that you can achieve this life. Oh, how? By selling them your info product, right? And then the ultimate way to billions is what Iman Gadzhi is doing, which is his energy drink Big Day. Now, to tap into a commodity type business, it requires a lot of startup cost, but he can afford it because he earned his money through having a service and then using his service money to build his energy drink company, which is commodities business, right? And in terms of sales, he's going to sell it to people, aka his audience, because he has 5 million followers on YouTube, right? And across multiple platforms. So you can see, you can really scale this personal brand, and there's no limit to your personal brand in terms of monetary value. You can go up to millions, you can go up to billions if you have to. Look at Kylie Jenner, okay? She made billions just off her name by releasing a makeup product. You can see how insane this is. Alex Hormozi sold his book for, I think it was like $34.99 to an audience of 2 million on YouTube. And everyone buys it because he's tackling the business niche, the marketing niche, the sales niche, okay? Just through his personal brand. You can see how powerful this is. Now, one thing to note, this shit does not happen overnight. It does not even happen over a few months, okay? This requires years and years and years of dedication. So if you're in it for the short game, fuck off, because it ain't gonna work, okay? This requires you to look at the long game. You need to treat personal branding as a business, which means you need to stay with a schedule and stay consistent in posting. There needs to be certain days where you need to post and post regularly. You do not skip a day. And the way things are projecting at the moment, I truly believe that this personal branding window is closing as time goes on. Right now is the biggest opportunity to create a personal brand. Now, of course, you know, if you started 10 years ago, you'll be miles ahead. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So the best time to start right now is now. If that made any sense, start now. Because as time goes on, people are going to become more aware of having this personal brand and they're going to jump on this bandwagon. And by then, it'll be too late for you in 10 years down the road. And I truly believe in 10 years, it's going to be a pay-to-play game. So do not fuck around with your time. Don't waste this opportunity. This is the best time to earn millions by just being you. Imagine you post your first video today and where you'll be in 5 years. This personal branding window is closing. People have already profited of it. People are jumping on it now. And if you don't jump on it now, it's going to be too late. The last thing you want to do is regret not creating a personal brand. And if you need help creating a personal brand, or you have an audience and you need to monetize them, you can book a one-to-one call with me down below, link in the description. I'll see you on the other side.